Okay, let's start with this scene. Welcome to Creative's Cafe, and this is what's on the menu today. I'm back into evmux. I went out there, I repurchased Wave That Video, and I think mostly for the assets that were there. Here's the rub. Now, evmux has come out with this new free media stock, and they're okay. I'm still dying to get over to DaVinci Resolve so that I can create a transition for and with my logo. Kind of like they have their logo that swoops in and out. But I just wanted to tap in because I'm in the writer's room. I'm not downstairs in the cafe where I have all of the wonderful tools to work with. But here's the rub. I'm using a Sennheiser microphone that I had been using for years. And then I got gear envy. I guess you could say that. So what ended up happening was first I purchased the Moano or Maano podcasting system. Worked well until Rode brought out the Duo, the Rodecaster Duo, which is an audio interface that goes with a lot of what their audio equipment is. So, along with that, I ended up first getting the Audio Technica microphone. Eh, didn't like the way it sounded, so I went back to the guitar shop and I ended up trying to, get the pod mic from there, and they were all out. So I had to order it online anyway. Anyway, it came, hooked it up to the Duo. So I have all the bells and the whistles downstairs in the studio in the cafe. But here I am. I sit in the writer's room. And why? It's because it's what's on the menu this week. I'm in writer's mode. Uh, Now, I'm going to share with you, which I have in the past, my QR code, and that would mean I'd have to create it because I don't have it set up here. Uh, so I'm not going to do that. Or do I? I do not. Oh well, I'll have that set up next time. But I just wanted to hear what this is going to be like and how this would work if, say, I wanted to go elsewhere and do other things. Being able to actually hook this up to my iPhone 17 Pro, which I have. Now, along with Gear Envy, I went out and I purchased within the ecosystem the Rode Wireless. But I got the Me, I didn't get the Pro. Kind of like the Duo, I didn't get the Rodecaster Pro 2 or anything. I don't need all that. I'm a single producer, creator, so to speak. So anyway, with that being said, let's move on to um, what we got going on here. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the new transition that I uploaded from the free media stock. Now within that, they have some extras like sound effects, audio for importing new music, and what I have here is a setup for a screen share. So, is there anything? Oh, is there anything that I want to share? I don't think so. Oh, sure, why not? Let us share. Oh, a tab. We're gonna share a tab instead of a whole window, which makes sense because I can share different tabs and use less resource on the memory in my computer, which is what I was experiencing. So let's share Windows. There we go. And over in the window, let's go to my wave.video. What I wanted to do was to, and let me put up another tab and take you to the Creatives Cafe website. Just published my April edition here, and I hope you guys come over here and like it. As a matter of fact, um, and this is what's when the chef special is what's happening on the menu. I do feature Edgar Albert Guest, who's a wonderful poet. He also wrote, I called it Don't Quit, but it's actually called See It Through or Keep Going. I think that's what it is, Keep Going. Um, and and also the poem that I learned from my mother, It Couldn't Be Done. And it goes like this. Somebody said it couldn't be done. And I changed the pronoun, by the way. But she, with a chuckle, replied, even though it couldn't, she would be one who wouldn't say so till she tried. So she buckled right down with the trace of a grin on her face. If she wore it, she hid it and started to do what couldn't be done. And she did it. Now, the poem is much longer. That's just one phrase of it. But very positively inspiring poet. Edgar Albert Guest. He wrote a lot of poetry, by the way. So I feature him. And on the website, you know, uh, this one doesn't have a link like the other three because it's right here on the homepage. You can just scroll down and get to it. But when it comes to the blog, guys, um, what happened to March? And I kind of explained that in the blog because March was one of those busy, crazy, kind of convoluted months for me where I wasn't able to sit down and write and get anything out that would be website worthy. But I did write every day. So you could click on that and that'll take you right to the first blog for April in Like a Lion. Now we can go back. Oh, and by the way, just so you know, these change every time I update the website. I did not change this one because I honestly thought that was a great. I want one of those sweatshirts, and I'm gonna find out. I had at one point found out where it was located, but I'm gonna find out. But so those are the photographs. The next one is the 1209 gallery. So, but along with the blogs, I make sure that I don't erase anything. I want it to just keep going. And when I pass, if I pass or transition to the other side, who knows how long this might hang out in the ether. So you can scroll down and read some of the other blogs. Um, and this will take you over to the 1209 gallery. This is a piece that I shot at Smith Garden. It's a beautiful art. The art in Smith Garden is beautiful. Now, this was years ago. I used my Nikon D50. That's an old digital camera, by the way. It's a DX, which means it's not even a full frame digital camera. It's a DSLR, digital single lens reflex. Nowadays we have the mirrorless, and I have two of those things. That's the Z5 for fun and travel, and for using as at one point I thought I bought it to use as a webcam. Um, yeah, it works here and there. It doesn't get hot. It's continuous. It gets powered by my laptop, which gets hot because I have a lot of things hooked up here, and so I do need to upgrade at some point. But the this artwork may be gone. It could be different, but it was a piece that was up, and it was pretty fun to go through the garden and see the art pieces. And then on the inside, they had the jazz band, and I had I had more mulled wine than I should have, but I wasn't driving. Nowadays, it's worse. Nowadays, I'm drinking Red Bull. Not better for the fair, trust me. All right, so you can go back home if you want, and you know, check out the feature section. You can do it here or here. This used to be in the sandbox featuring, but I wanted it to be documenting history, like things we really need to remember as human beings here on planet Earth. So I'm inviting anyone who wants to share their oral tradition through the written word. Just not your biography or autobiography, um, not your memoir. Write that, you know, on your own time. Just a snippet of something that you learned, a lesson, a moral, a value that um, your parents or your grandparents, your aunt or your great aunt passed down to you that really meant something to you, that the experience the experience changed your life. So that's what living history is. And it's in the sandbox, which was a way to rant and get out all of the crazy stuff that the distractions, the news, the things that are happening every day. Oh my goodness gracious. Yeah, that was the rant, and that was in the sandbox. So it's still there, and you're still welcome to write a piece on that. So there's in the sandbox. The last piece I wrote was tea and crumpets versus bread and water. But there are other pieces down here, and you can react to these with your comments. All you have to do is go to the contact page, put in your name and your email, and right there in the message box, boom. You could go ahead and copy and paste, and it'll come right to me. Or you can email me. Okay? So either way. Um, and there were other pieces. There was a piece by um, M. Garcia, and this was the whole business of Renee Good, the law enforcement issue. So yeah, in the sandbox is still there. However, this is our new section called Living History. And I threw up the first piece because I always do, so that I can try and get other folks to do the same. And that's the site. Yeah. So, um, but what I wanted to do was in Cafe and Dreams, Streams and Dreams, I do have some videos that I URL and sometimes embed in here, the latest streams that I do. When I do the URL, it does go over to YouTube, and once it's done, you know, you'll whatever your algorithm is, whatever you watch is probably going to pop up after, like any other uh, thing that you do on YouTube. When you're looking at a video, it pops up for something else that you normally like to watch. Um, some of the tools and the resources I've put here, and I'm going to add more. Um, the Wave live streaming video, I created this video montage. Now, Wave used to be only like the online video editor, but they added live stream a few years ago. It's a very simple live streaming program. And I'm using evmux because evmux is more, well, I'm not sure what the word would be, but you can do more. You can be more. You can produce more. And the reason why I went and joined back up with Wave is because they had all of this free media, music, templates, things to make images with, kind of like Canva. And I'm a Canva Pro subscriber. So with that, I created this piece, and it involved using Notebook LM, the Wave video editor, and Canva for my graphics designs, and some of the AI generated art that I use to promote the website. I am an affiliate of both live streaming platforms and Canva. So I did put that in the link. So when you click on these, um, it'll you'll click into, they both have free versions. You can try them out if you like them. I say go for it. I introduced the new product. Of course, this is over now, 2 or 3 years, maybe 1 or 2 years old. But I wish this had come out before I bought the Duo. But however, I like the Duo. But this is an actual video production machine. Now, if there's an opportunity to sell the Duo and match my money and get the Roadcaster video, then I'll do that as an upgrade. But that's once again gear envy. But I had to put it up there. This is the Duo. Um, can you see my mouse? Maybe not. Why not? Hmm. Well, you can't see my mouse. But anyway, um, right there you see it. It says Roadcaster Duo. That's what I'm working with right now. And then down below, the Wave.video link, which is an affiliate. evmux, I'm an affiliate, and Canva, I'm an affiliate. So, New Book LM is free through Google. And there you go. You can catch the wave down here. So that's the site. I wanted to be able to webinar live stream to this website, and I'm struggling. I'm struggling with that. But there's nothing better than a challenge, right? So with that being said, that's pretty much all I have here. The resources um, inside of Wave Video, and let's look at some of the templates that they have here. All right. So they got the live streaming, the image templates, what's trending. These things go on and on and on. Social media templates. In one of their resources, they used to have a social calendar. I don't know what happened to that. But when I go to resources and I look at, oh, they removed it. They're no longer having weekly webinars, I don't think. But yeah, this is old, 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 all old. But if you wanted to learn something, you can go there. Oh, there it is. It's up here. Yeah, see, I opened up the content calendar and it says inspirational social calendar. Now, before it, you know how they used to have its National Gum Chewing Day, um, National Put Your Left Foot in, take your left foot out, put your right foot in, take your right foot out. Yeah, it had um, that kind of thing, so that you can have ideas of what you may want to talk about. But there it is. And if I were to say something like, nope, there's no problem with that. Nope, 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 I'm not clicking any of that. I just wanted to ask a quick question like, what happened to the content calendar? But I could go to Facebook and find out. So that's that. They have industries that you can look at um, if you're specific, and of course use cases. Um, you can you can devise a trailer for your YouTube channel, a blog promotion. Hey, see, these are great ideas. It gives you countdowns and things like that. So yeah, the assets in Wave is pretty awesome. Now, if you wanted to take a quick look at the video section, uh, that would be here. I'm just gonna pull this up here. I'm still in my studio. This is the editor. I can start by recording a video, choosing one from the library, and then down here is your timeline. You can add timelines. You can actually, if you add an audio timeline, you can actually do whatever you want. But over here, um, click on audio and you can just look through some of the cool audio that they have. Just click on it. All right. And if you click right here, oh, I thought, well, I can add it to the studio. I thought I could download it and save it. But um, going back to the templates, I can start there with my video. Um, I can go back to changing what the resize is, and it gives you all of the, the different things. Anyway, that's enough of that. So, I'm back over here at evmux, and let's go to the next scene to see what I'm looking at here. I love the new transition. It's pretty awesome. I'm going to stop share so I can save some resource. And it would be nice if we had pop-out windows here so I could pull it over to my other monitor, share this with you. I would just generally go to my apps and widgets and pick up the QR code and then add it to the scene. Yeah, see, now this is um, evmux's, that's my baby girl, and this is evmux's. So I'm going to change the image to mine, and it's on the desktop. I'm going to pause because I think. Okay, we're back. Sorry about the whole puppy thing. So while I had this on pause, everybody's walking their dog right now. So while I had this on pause, I went ahead and put in all the information. This is the QR code that you can get from the evmux um, apps and widgets. So all you have to do is put your logo in there and your URL link. So if you put your phone up, you'll be able to go hit my cool website called Creatives Cafe. I do like the fact that, and I am gonna go back and share this window with you guys. Um, that's not the one. Here we go. see. It's this one. Boom. Yeah. So this one is set up for share screen. And I do want to show you the difference in what I mean about the QR codes real quick, and then we're going to jump off because I think we've pretty much done what we wanted to do here. And what studio would I open up? Maybe I'll open up this one. And I'm just going to go to, now I have two open. I am just going to go to adding my QR code down here. And I do like that. I do like that they're able to give you an image, and you're able to um, put your information here, and then you got that going on. The only problem is it cannot be moved. So you do have your limitations here. And then, of course, they have their regular QR codes that you can show on screen. Once again, it can't be moved. But you can remove it on screen, or you can undo it here. Yeah. So, pretty cool. And that's it. So, I want to check things out, and we'll see how life goes in the writer's room. I will be up here for probably the weekend. I love to be up here writing on the weekends. It helps. Yeah, we'll see you next time. And I'm gonna find. Oh yeah, I do. I have a different outro for this. Hmm. I wonder. Uh, 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 uh. I would love to change that replace. No, I would love to change that outro, but I'll do that later. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.